Okay, we're gonna try to do this video again. I've tried it like 10 times already, but whatever. 10th time is a charm. So anyway, hi guys, I am back again making a video. I think it has been about 4 months since I made my last one, and mostly because I am not consistent. That is something I'm working on this year though, and it's starting with this YouTube channel. So I used to talk a lot about law of attraction, manifestations, letting go of your fears, all things that tie into spirituality and into everyday life. I practiced a lot of it myself and got a lot of what I asked for when I manifested. I wanted my own photography exhibit. I got that. It was absolutely amazing. People came. I sold my work. I journaled right after that I wanted to be able to go back to New Orleans, where I lived for 3 years, to go back, get my feet wet, get back into photography, get back into culture, get back into music, just everything that I love. But when I wrote my specific manifestations out, I said, I want to manifest spending 3 to 4 weeks in New Orleans. And that's how long I was there. And now I'm back. It actually happened twice. When I was writing my manifestations, I never really had an end game in mind. I just said, I want to go back to New Orleans. I didn't say for how long. I didn't say I want a solid career while I'm there. You know, I did things in between, but I never actually planned to manifest any of that. So I ended up where I started, if not worse in some people's case. I'm back now living with my parents, and very often when I see people's YouTube videos, I see them go from point A to point C, and you never really see point B. You see the pretty landscapes, the Twitter and Instagram photos. You see the beginning when they're talking all positive, and that's just not how it works. There is an in-between period and all of that. That in-between period doesn't have to be struggle, but there is an in-between period. It just depends on how you see things. And the same with me. There were a couple of things that I manifested that I wrote out that I wanted to manifest, and somewhere in between I forgot about them or stopped putting on limitations on how it happened. So for example, over the summer I fell in love with these 2 YouTube artists, and I said, well, they're not YouTube artists, they're indie artists who are on YouTube, but I said, oh my gosh, I need to meet them. I'm gonna see them perform. So it just so happened that both of them were going to be performing in New Orleans the time that I was there. Now, it's a bit of a longer story how I actually got there, but things did not happen in the way that I thought they were going to happen, but they happened exactly how I asked for them. So, saying all that to say, you know, when you have a starting point, it's all fun and dandy to talk about manifestations and speaking things into existence, but when things get hard, you can either give up or find another way. And I found another way, and I stopped focusing so hard on, you know, it specifically has to be this. And, you know, I was still happy with my end result. Being back here is not easy for me. I've actually avoided being back in my parents' house for years now, literally years. And to me, I'm ashamed. Like, I don't even keep a lot of friends. And some of it's because I don't want to say, hey, I'm living back in my hometown with my parents again. It seems like I've fallen all the way backwards, but over the past year, I've actually learned a lot. Now, I think 2018 is about applying and executing, because I now know that law of attraction and manifestation is all very real. However, I have to stop putting my wants and my needs in boxes and saying this is how I have to get them, because I've never been a person who fits inside a box. I have so many different interests. I love speaking other languages. I love music, everything from classical to trap music. I love reading books. I love conspiracy theories. You know, there's so much I love. I cannot be contained in a box, and I don't even know why I would begin to. So being back here, I'm like, okay, well, in this town, you do one of 3 things. You either get married and have kids, you join the military, or you work at the local store, or you do all 3. And I've done probably like 2 out of the 3. And I'm sitting here looking at my parents' house, you know, that I don't have my own anymore, or my own home that belongs to me or rented to me. But, you know, all I'm seeing is this, and I'm not even thinking about you know, being abroad and telling stories and creating platforms for myself and for other young people who want to do the same things that I'm doing. I'm just like, well, damn, I'm back here again. And I was talking to my mom about my situation, and she told me something important, you know, that you have to have tunnel vision. So instead of just seeing the 4 walls that are around me, I envision something much bigger for myself, and you have to keep the end game in mind. even when things get hard. And when things get hard, because I'm very inconsistent, I give up. I'm like, well, not gonna happen, so I gotta figure something else out. Well, that's not gonna happen either, so I gotta figure something else out. And I have a lot of talents and a lot of hopes and a lot of wishes, but that's all they've been, because the minute things look even a little bit difficult, I've given up on them. But I do know what I want. I even made a vision board, which I'll probably show in another video, that has put my goals in my face every single day, so to speak. You know, it's easy to think about them because you can, you know, pick up a book and think about something else, or watch TV and think about something else. But now they're in my face every day and I can't avoid them. And I thought, you know, what perfect way to become more consistent than to go back to making these YouTube videos, because they were helping other people, I guess, but they needed to help me, because I give up. I give up a lot because things get hard and I have to ask for help, and I hate asking for help, and I hate letting people know that I'm struggling and I'm suffering. But I know how much I hate to see people on YouTube who just tell the end story, especially, you know, I'll see people who are travel vloggers or photographers, and they'll make one little small video. Oh yeah, I was living in my parents' house, and then bam, here I am traveling the world. And I'm like, okay, well, what happened in between? Like, I absolutely do not like that at all. So here's my story. You know, I know about the law of attraction and know about manifestations, and I've done small things here and there that have happened for me, but because I was not specific, I'm like, well, I guess it's not happening, and this is my in-between right now. But I know that I will be there. So this is kind of a reminder also for myself, you know, when I am taking the Instagram pictures, you know, in order to create a platform and draw people in, I'm going to also remind them that I was in my parents' house recording this video, you know, with no job right now, still searching every day. And stop thinking, man, I'm just going to be in a 9-to-5, or man, I'm going to have to do this to save up money for this long. I know that I'm worthy of a positive cash flow. I know that I'm going to travel the world. I know that I'm going to use my photography and the arts to not only inspire, but change the lives of other people. So this is, once again, not just for me, but to help anyone who is living with their parents, or struggling to find a job, or having the courage to just chase their dreams in general. I think everybody needs, you know, just a little bit of encouragement every day, because it gets hard to keep that up. It's so easy to negative self-talk every day, because you're like, well, not here, not gonna have it. Second day, well, not here, not gonna have it. I still see a glorious and amazing future for myself, because right now I am taking it by the reins and saying, you know, I'm in control of my life. And people who are YouTubers, who are famous YouTubers, they didn't get 1 million hits off of one video, not unless, like, I don't even know. It would have to go viral for some strange, odd reason, you know, but there's 1 million YouTubers who don't tell you their full story, but I plan to be one of them who does tell my story, because people need it. People need to see people struggling. So just to remind y'all right now, I have no job. I'm looking for a job. You know, I still do freelance photography here and there, but I'm living in my parents' house, and things don't obviously look glorious for me right now, but they are glorious because I'm creating them that way. You know, you don't get a killer meal when you just throw some eggs and some seasoning right there and be like, okay, this is great. No, you have to take the time to create those things. So I'm starting off with creating a social media platform, which one of my fears is actually putting my face out there in general, just because I'm like, who would want to see your face? But there's people who do way crazier crap than I do, who people love to watch them every single day. And it's not about even watching, it's just about creating that sense of self-confidence for people who don't have it, because I don't, but I'm trying my best and doing my best, not just trying, but doing, to build that up for myself. So I'll be making more videos. Probably gonna make one after this, just because I'm in the mood to make one for law of attraction, and talk a little bit about my story from New Orleans and how that all manifested and how I plan to move forward from there. So I hope that this helps, and I look forward to talking again soon. So peace.